Hey you guys, thanks for tuning in. I apologize it's been a while since we've dropped an episode, but here you go. We've had our 2022 Chevy Colorado out on a few camping and exploration runs to test out gear, but the one piece of gear that we haven't had, as much as I hate to say it, is a fire extinguisher. Well, it's time to fix that. I will say that Harry Wagner and Driving Line recently put out a pretty good video talking about fire extinguisher options specifically on trail rigs, and I watched that video and had some takeaways from it. I will try and link that video below. And although there are some pretty cheap options at the local big box stores for some one-time use extinguishers, we ended up going to our local air gas shop and picking up this Amerex 2.5 pound rechargeable steel canister fire extinguisher that's also made in the US. Now, I did give some thought to the smaller halon-based BC-rated fire extinguishers that address chemical fires and electrical fires, but ultimately settled on the Amerex B417T because it included that A rating that allows me to address potentially campfires and small ground fires, in addition to flammable liquids and electrical fires. And before I was even 100% sure where I would mount the fire extinguisher, I did pick up one of these aluminum quick release fire extinguisher brackets, Synergy brand, from the good people at Poly Performance. And contrary to my early thoughts, I just could not find a spot inside the cab of the Colorado to securely mount a 2.5 pound extinguisher that also didn't interfere with the entry and exit of occupants. So my plan B was to search the truck bed and the truck bed rack to see if there were any viable mounting locations for our 2.5 pound extinguisher. We've installed an up-top overland mid-height rack on the Colorado, and it turns out that the side mounting panels on the up-top overland rack actually utilize 5/16 inch mounting holes and mounting slots, and that matches the mounting hardware size of the Synergy quick release bracket. Per the Poly Performance website, a 2.5 pound extinguisher is the largest unit that can be mounted to this bracket, and I'm sort of guessing based on the design that this bracket is intended to be mounted vertically. While this bracket does include anti-rattled spring-loaded ball bearings, when you mount this bracket horizontally, I don't think those ball bearings can quite keep up with the task of managing the weight. In fact, you can see here that if you just push up on the extinguisher the way it's mounted on our rack, it actually rattles a little bit, at least enough so that it shakes the tailgate in which I've got the tripod mounted. To control some of that unwanted movement and rattle, I actually used a polymer Titan strap to secure the fire extinguisher to the side panel with a little more tension. I've found a couple of different cool uses for these Titan straps, and I might actually do a video review of them in the future. So overall, I feel pretty good about how this fire extinguisher mount turned out. It's quick and readily accessible. I feel a lot better about having it secured to the truck. And although it's not 100% secure or theft proof, if I'm ever away from the truck for an extended period of time and I'm concerned about theft, I think I can just pop the extinguisher off and leave it inside the cab until I return to the vehicle. So that's it for today. If you found a better way to mount your fire extinguisher to your truck, please leave a description in the comments below. I'm sure some of the other viewers would like more ideas. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in to Trash Panda Garage. As always, we appreciate it. And until then, get out there, build something.